My name is Rose Goulding. I run the beef breeding programme for NCBC. NCBC runs the breeding programmes for Munster Bovine and Progressive Genetics. The whole focus of our beef and dairy programme is to identify sires that have minimum calving difficulty and maximum carcass weight. These sires with very high carcass weight, their progeny have very good calf value, and they also have very good live weight gain right throughout their life. So whether you're selling them as calves or as stores or as finished animals, they will be profitable for you on your farm. The dairy beef panels you will find on the Munster Bovine and the Progressive Genetics catalogue are sires that have been proven in the dairy herd. There is a lot of data behind these sires, and they are highly reliable sires that we know exactly how they will work on your farm. When you select your team of bulls from our panel of sires and use our recommendations from the point of view of what parity of cow to use them on, you can be absolutely sure of minimum calving difficulty, shortest gestation, and maximising the value of your calf crop. And when selecting beef sires for the dairy herd, when we're talking about beef sub-index, try and have a minimum of 90. Equally, it's really important to have a high carcass weight, because we all know when we're selling beef, we sell on kilos. The more kilos you have, the more money that you will make. The benefit of using beef sires from the Munster Bovine and Progressive Genetics panels can be clearly evidenced here with the experience of our farmer, Eamon Coughlan. Eamon will take us through the bulls he used last year, how he got on calving, and Eamon's plan for his breeding season in 2023. Tell us a little bit about yourself and about your farm here.
I'm farming here with my wife and family, and my father Ned is knocking around. We'll be making about 440 cows this year. So it's a spring calving herd.
And in terms of EBI and the criteria you have for your dairy enterprise?
Yeah, the herd EBI is only around 230 at the moment. So since numbers have stabilised now, before this we used to be breeding almost everything to dairy in order to maximise the number of replacements in order to grow the herd. But as things have stabilised now, for the past 2 seasons we've been a lot more selective in terms of the cows we breed to dairy, and therefore increasing the number of cows that are available for taking beef straws.
So last year you used the Charlie bull Lapin, you used the Limousine bull Zag and a little bit of Powerful Proper, you used Blue bulls, you used Lord Horatio on the Angus, and you used Zorro, the homozygous polled Hereford bull. That's a good range of breeds. How did you get on calving?
Yeah, so far so good in terms of calving difficulty. Obviously from here on, fatigue comes into it, so you need to, you wouldn't be as sharp maybe as you were. So as the season progresses, we use more and more Angus and maybe a bit of Hereford, just to get away from the bigger breeds. But so far so good in terms of calving difficulty.
Okay, great. Do you sell all your calves? And what age do you sell them
Yeah,
at?
we just keep the maiden or the Frisian heifers. The other calves go at 2 to 3 weeks. I have a customer for most of the Frisian bull calves. The remainder of them would go for export or to the mart, depending on what's happening at the time. The beef breeds, I have one customer who takes 50 to 60, and he takes them at 2 to 3 weeks. He's a repeat customer, and after that then there's a few different customers in that would take a handful each, and after that then we'd go to the mart or put them up on Dundee or whatever. So there's plenty outlets for the calves when the quality is reasonable,
Okay. And from the point of view of the health of the calf, do you vaccinate the cows before calving?
Yeah, the cows are vaccinated with Rotovac. They're in January. So after the calves are born, then at a week old, they get Risperdal, the intranasal vaccine. And so far we've had, touch wood, a good season so far in terms of calf health.
So that's a super product then that you're selling on to your customer. You've a healthy calf that's vaccinated and also high genetic merit calf.
Yeah, any day you go to sell those calves, you're not going with your cap in your hand. You're happy that you have a decent calf that you can stand over, and that you want these guys coming back time and again.
So Eamon, looking forward to the 2023 breeding season, what's your plan from a breeding point of view?
We'll follow the similar lines to what we did in 2022. The maiden heifers get 1 round of AI. We watch them for a week and they follow a PG program. Again, the cows will be selected on the top 50% in terms of what gets dairy AI.
And how do you select your beef sires?
again, with the help of a breeding advisor, we have our local technician, John Coughlan, who provides a great service, provides a good bit of advice on that in terms of what's going on. So we'll pick the breeds, and I'll pick the cows in based on, you know, I'll use Charlie and the Blues on the bigger cows, and the Limousines kind of after that, and anything that I feel is a bit smaller might get an Angus straw. So,
Okay.
and then so far, like the calving season this spring has gone well in terms of, you know, they're well able for there's no major use of the calving jack, like I said, so it's I'd be happy to go down that road again, you know. So I think that's the plan for 23, kind of much the same as what happened in 22.
The other thing, noticing the bulls you used last year, they're all highly reliable sires.
Well, I think that's really important. Like, you know, if you come across one bad news story, it'll scare you off it for a long time again. So I think, you know, reliability in terms of calving is a critical factor. Like.
Yes. So Eamon, once you're satisfied that you've enough dairy inseminations done, that you've enough replacements from the top end of your dairy herd, you move on to Beef AI. What do you see of the big benefits of using Beef AI for you in your dairy herd?
Well, you want to maximise the value of your calf, and therefore the value of, you know, overall output. So you want to use something that's desirable by the beef farmers, like. So you want to maximise the value of the calves, obviously, and you know, as herds stabilise in terms of numbers and in terms of the national herd stabilising, I think there's a lot of talk about sustainability. So sustainability means, you know, that everybody has a product that's desirable and that they can make a few quid out of. We're no different. We want to, you know, maximise the value of what goes out the gate, whether it be milk or calves or whatever.
Absolutely. So here you have a win-win.
Hopefully, yeah. That's the aim. Yeah, that's the aim.
Super. Thanks, Eamon. Thanks
No
very
problem.
much.
No problem. Thank you.